what's the more important dynamic for businesses here, not just in Asia, not just in Hong Kong, but also in Asia, is who is going to share the burden of euro depreciation? Because Europe has so many fragmented bond markets, it has fragmented equity markets. If you want to express a negative view or a negative trading position on Europe, the easiest way to do that is through the currency. So the bulk of the adjustment in financial markets to the problems in Europe has been in the currency, which has depreciated significantly. And when we look at the countries that are bearing the cost of this adjustment, it's actually been quite surprising. The US basically has appreciated 5% in nominal effective exchange rate terms. The emerging economies of Russia, Turkey and China have all appreciated strongly against the euro. Your very cyclical and commodity currencies like the Australian dollar, the Brazilian real, the Mexican peso, the Korean won, have all depreciated significantly. So what we're seeing is a very uneven sharing of the depreciation of the euro burden. And I'm not entirely convinced that this is going to be a negative for Asia or significantly derail a lot of the momentum we're seeing in Asia. When we look at recent developments in China, we've seen the de-pegging of the yuan, the start of a gradual process of yuan appreciation, and most people are expecting that the yuan will probably appreciate by 2 to 3% against the US dollar by the end of the year. What we've seen in 2010 was the yuan has effectively appreciated by 15 to 16% against the euro. And this is seen as basically being an impediment to Chinese trade with Europe and effectively pricing China out of Europe. But if we look back at 2005, we also saw China revalue and modify the yuan mechanism. The yuan appreciated by 2.5% against the US dollar over 2005. And it had appreciated by 16% against the euro over that year. Now, did that appreciation go on to damage China's trade relationship with Europe? No. The very next year, Europe overtook the US as China's single largest trading partner. And I think what we are going to see is, despite the depreciation of the euro, we still will see some firming in demand. If we look at the most recent data from Germany, which is most sensitive to the exchange rate, we are seeing a strong pickup in industrial production and a strong pickup in exports from Germany. And it does give us some confidence that potentially the downside risks may be overstated. So when we look at Europe, we see a very difficult adjustment. We see the exchange rate as reflecting, or in fact front-running that adjustment, but we do not view that adjustment as significantly derailing the momentum that we have in Asia at the moment.